Steve.
Woo! Steve.
Only because he's wearing jean shorts.
Yeah, Steve is.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, buddy. Oh.
Hi, I'm Ben Goff from the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. We're out at Hobbs State Park for the grand opening of the Monuments Trails today. We're going to take you for a ride, show you some of the highlights, and talk to some of the people involved.
Well, today is a great day, in my opinion, for Arkansas State Parks and its history. We've opened up the first of many monument trails that are to come, and this is the largest expansion of concentrated trail building in Arkansas State Park since the 1930s, since the Civilian Conservation Corps made that effort back in the early 30s in the beginning of our state park system. So this is really a movement across our parks with these trails that we're building, but they're just not trails, they're sustainable trails. Trails that will last forever, trails that understand the impact on the environment, and understand hydrology and how water affects trails. So, for instance, this week we had, I believe, about 7 inches of rain, and people are out riding today. And that's the beauty of these trails. They're accessible for everybody and at every level.
Well, Hobbs already has that reputation for being just about all weather.
Yes,
and
it does.
It looks like when these break in, they'll be just about as good as the old stuff.
They're going to be just as good, and you know, we really built it with the idea of sustainable trails and trails that are sensitive to the environment and the impact on the environment. Part of the philosophy of monument trails that we're going to be building across the state at other state parks as well as Hobbs is taking people to places that you would never have access to before. State parks are unique in the fact that we want people to engage with the resource. We want people to learn about the resource, learn about conservation, learn about protection. And the one way you can do that is by getting people out in that ecosystem, in that forest, to really understand the importance of protecting green spaces.
So Hobbs is the first to get the monument trails. What's next?
Next, Mount Nebo will be opening pretty soon, probably next 2 or 3 weeks. The first phase of Mount Nebo will be opening, and then after that, we're looking at Devil's Den and Pinnacle Mountain. Well, you know, Arkansas State Park started with Mountain Bike Trail at Devil's Den many years ago, and you know, but now we're taking it to a whole different level because of the science of trail building. The technology of trail building is so much better today than it was even 20 years ago. So what we're doing today is bringing in the best builders in the nation to build trails that are specifically made for mountain biking, but more importantly, you can run on them and hike on them and you know, walk your dogs on them. It's a family-driven event. Another important part about this trail is that the Arkansas Parks and Recreation Foundation, a nonprofit, is funneling the efforts of building these trails. So the Walton Family Foundation, through grants through them to our State Parks Foundation, are able to bring in these world-class trail builders. And then the other important thing is that these trails bring economic impact, economic positive impact to our communities, not only in people spending money in our communities, but also attracting a really good skilled workforce that are looking for trails. I've heard people today say, I moved here because of trails. That's important. That's what parks are here for, is to provide that economic impact to the state of Arkansas.
Here, when we got brought into the first trail system of monument trails, we have created a 18-mile trail system that has approximately 16 miles of cross-country trail and 2 miles of downhill flow trail.
Phil's concept was to use a scientific approach to building these trails, so we were very eco-friendly. It's a conservation area, so we did less disturbing of the soils and of the plant life and nature, and we utilized all the natural features and basically used what the land gave us to build these trails. They're very beginner friendly and intermediate friendly trails.
You guys have fun, man.
Yeah,
Good
man.
to
Good
see
to
you
see you,
guys.
Doug.
Head
Nice
back
to meet
on
you,
the
man.
glass.
So that was Wolf Den West, the west side we did.
We'll go back up the east when we
Okay.
go back, yeah. So.
All right, now we're getting in on the Karst Trail, right? The highlight.
On the Karst Trail. Yep.
Lots of riders coming through here. So this is about 8 miles.
This is about 7.9. Yes, exactly. A little muddy, huh?
Oh, a little bit.
Man, we had 3 inches of rain though, so it's not bad.
Well, this is
You
like
guys like it?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Good. It's a fun trail, man. These guys are all builders.
Yeah.
We had fun building it, man. It was great. Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Good work, kid.
You guys ought to be really proud.
Thank you for that, Speed.
Have you ridden it before?
That's the first time I hit that loop.
Okay. Isn't it great?
Oh, my God.
It's awesome, man.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it can't be for real, man. I'm dreaming.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, Steve.
Yes.
I got 40 miles.
I'm in there every morning, dude. Santa Cruz, man. Santa Cruz. Way back? I was. A long time ago.
Come on.
We built a ton of bridges out here, man.
Yeah, these are nice bridges.
We got this material in by boat. Really? Yeah. We bought a boat right out here. Huh? We're more than halfway. Yeah, we're about 2.5 miles ago, I think. Yeah, enjoy. Yep. No peeing in the lake.
What do you think they're doing?
I know exactly. So this is the campsite area. Right here to the left, man.
Okay.
We're gonna build one, yeah. Phase 2 is new parking lots and hike bike camping. There's gonna be 5 sites here with little 3-sided wooden structures with fire pits, yeah. Kind of like on the Washtenaw Trail. Nice. Awesome. Oh yeah.
So it may not be clear on the audio from the GoPro, but behind me, Steve is talking about how this is a spot where there will be some campsites in the future where you'll be able to hike in or bike in and spend the night with views of Beaver Lake.
Sounds good.
did he do it?
Here it is.
Simpson and Delilah. Yep. Oh, there it is! Nice.
The Monument Trail system has two one-direction mountain bike only flow trails. One is called Timberjack and the other is called Sawtooth. This is a run down Timberjack. I think this is pretty representative of what both of these trails have to offer.
You don't need any special kind of bike or a huge amount of talent to have some fun on a trail like this. Just a little faster and a little bit rougher maybe than some of the other trails out here at Hobbs. Nothing crazy. I'm rolling over most of these. Never done it before. It'd be a good trail to come out here and practice my jumping skills and start catching a little more air to get more comfortable. It's exactly what these were made for. Challenge yourself, see how little you can touch the brakes. Unless you touch the brakes, unless you have to pedal. Oh, there's some air.
So that's a look at the new monument trails at Hobbs State Park. Thanks for everybody who rode along with me today and gave me some lowdown on these trails.